Cuyos tomos. Pues vamos a seguir, directo 192. Vamos a empezar el reto de los Wizards de la temporada 2. Voy a ver estos paneles, si no me da mucho la brasa. No hay nada en el mercado, macho. No hay nada en el mercado para rascar. Hay Lowry de 96, pero tampoco es que sea ahí el colmo de gachete para echarlo. No me acaba de convencer. No me acaba de convencer. Así que nada, tiraremos con lo que tenemos. Va, que no va mal, si para este modo. Con lo que tenemos vamos sobrados. Ya te lo digo yo, hazme caso. Ya te lo digo yo, hazme caso. Vale, esto está. Pues vámonos. A ver, suelta las potentes. Eso están las potentes. Un poco más de inventar un. Tengo que Kevin Durant de 4. Vamos a hacer probaturas chetas. Vamos a meter a Vince de 3. Luego las probaturas acaban como acaban, pero bueno. Así. Vamos a intentar revolverlo. Vamos a meter a Vince de 4. No, a Vince de 3 y a Kevin de 4. A ver, ¿cómo es el vídeo? Espérate, aquí, no. A ver, sí. Altito Vince. Ahí estamos. Bueno, venga, va. Hay un equipo choto de 3. También meter este deporte de base, pero bueno. Venga, va. A ver cómo va el lío. A ver si no me la lían estos. Que no sé yo, Al final acaban sin defender un carajo estos.
Mavericks with the possession. Dennis Smith Jr. up against John Wall. It's a big finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
That's me. I got ball. I'm on D.
Rudy Gobert pins it.
Just incredible.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row. He was locked in. That was impressive. There it is, John Wall. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Has a look. Cleans it up. Oh, he's denied. Oh, good man.
Cogemos un rebote, tío.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Gobert to Bledsoe. Goes to the left side. Wall. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Nowitzki, tough matchup against Durant. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession.
Nice.
Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Screen coming. Barnes matched up with Durant. And
Venga,
he'll
tío.
head to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Dirk Nowitzki has got 2 shots coming. A career 87% from the line. Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw, good. He caps the 3-point play. And now they lead by 2. Harris with it. Looking to make something happen. No good. Defense catching a break there.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Harris with it. His guys trail now by 4.
Ah, venga, hombre.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well. To Wall. Trying to cash in. Eric Bledsoe. Better late than never. Now's his first shot, and it goes down.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Otra falta,
And they'll
tío.
go to the Hacker-Jordan strategy and send DeAndre to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Y el de Andrés los mete.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Wall with it up top. Up 5. Bledsoe buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Driving right to the basket. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Wall into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Stuffs it down with authority.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dallas owns the basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harris with it. The deficit now up to 12. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Durant. Kevin Durant, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Curling inside. Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
Vale, bueno. No, vale. No acabo de convencer, pero bueno. No sé, hacemos probaturas chetas. Probaturas chetas. Probaturas chetas. Madre mía, es que el Vince Carter tiene 6 de 8 cosas por encima de 90. O sea, es que es una carta súper cheta. Pero no me acaba de convencer, macho. Sí, increíble Nothing, pero es así. Incredible Nothing.
Lynn up against John Wall. Jeremy Lin, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Lynn with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds off Kent Bazemore.
No, fuck. No.
One jumper off the mark. Lynn with it. Leads 4.
Vale.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short.
¿En serio?
Dwayne Dedman snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. At times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Ken Bazemore. Knocked loose.
Ahora.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Trying to cash in. Eric Bledsoe. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lynn with it. Lead is 2. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Into the front court. It's Wall. He'll run the
Más uno.
offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Lynn with it. His guys now trailing by a point. Vince Carter knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Eric Bledsoe, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one, count it.
Ya pasa, luego te saludo. No me has dado el toque.
Able to convert on both free throws.
See, you've been working on your game.
Lynn with it. His guys down three.
A ver, ¿dónde va este?
And
No.
a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Venga, hombre, tío, fuck.
Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D.
No
This thing
llega,
is not
tío, en serio.
Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Stuffs it down with authority.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Trae Young.
Vámonos.
Rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Vince Carter to Trae Young.
Nah.
Tough Nate through traffic.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Rises for the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Here we go. Cut it.
Vince Carter. Rebound taken by Wall. Bledsoe with it up top. The lead stands at 9. Stuffs it down with authority.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Tight space with the crossover. Knocked loose. Fires the 3. Missed it. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
¿Dónde vas, cheto? ¿Dónde va a ser tu menú?
Lowry against the five-time All-Star. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Wall across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
So Lowry.
Sí.
Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Vince Carter.
Ah, tío.
Stuffs it down with
Joder,
authority.
macho, se queda libre
That might
siempre,
have
pero
been
no
a
llega
little
la
bit
bola.
easier than expected there, considering the score.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 3. To Danny Green. Valanciunas. So Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc.
A la venga.
Kyle Lowry
Se ha puesto
still
en triple,
able to
mira.
get it to go
Mira,
down
mira,
after the closeout.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter,
Stuffs it down with authority.
and when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Toronto has the basketball.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm on D. I'm on D.
Lowry to Ibaka. Kevin Durant
Buenísima.
pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Into the front court.
Tómate,
It's Wall.
tómate.
His guys trail now by 4. And Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Tío, macho, el Lowry, ¿en
Kyle
serio?
Lowry. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Lowry with it. Leads 1. Wall with it up top. He'll run the offense.
Vámonos.
Yes, and the
Vámonos.
foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, good. He caps the three-point play. And now they lead by 2. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Kawhi Leonard against KD. Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen.
Ah, tío, fuck.
Won't go. Kawhi Leonard. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Kevin Durant, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Leonard. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Bledsoe slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry.
Here we go. I got him.
To Ibaka. Leonard.
No. Será como.
Eric
Toma.
Bledsoe,
Fácil,
huge
siempre.
block.
Fuck.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Lowry into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
I got him.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Knocked loose. Lowry against the former #1 pick. Scores and the foul. Rudy Gobert, count the basket, and now a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Deep three at the buzzer.
Falta que lo meta, tío. Con un tío encima solo. What the fuck? Menos chetes. Chete menos.
Curry with the basketball. Leads 5. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. There it is, John Wall. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Great feed.
Bueno. ¿En
From the
serio?
painted area,
¿En serio le
won't go
coge el
down.
rebote ahí para
Grabs
la
his
cara,
own
eh?
miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And a nice finish at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Curry into the front court. Leads 3. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Whoa! What a finish.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Knocked loose.
Buenísima.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Buena beans.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on a three-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Warriors have the basketball. Curry to Thompson.
Bueno, está muerto.
Curry to Green. Short jumper won't go down.
Madre mía, se lleva puesto todo el
And
mundo.
the finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Thompson. Bledsoe with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Ah,
And the rebound taken down by Durant. Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Carter. Yes, and a foul.
Ah, vale, que susto. Primero me he quitado el ataque.
And
Digo,
so many
no sé,
players,
se
when
había
they
muerto
come
hace
into the paint,
3
they come in with that soft
cuartos.
approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the
Yeah,
defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Durant. Screen coming. Driving right to the basket.
Toma, Pati.
Kevin
Okay.
Durant
What the fuck?
swats it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued.
Venga, hombre.
He
5.000
sent that one
personas
to the
ahí.
third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. He throws it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Passed it off. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Steph Curry against the 5-time All-Star. John Wall sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And finishes strong.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Wall with it up top. Lead
Vámonos,
stands at 10.
hombre.
Beyond the arc for 3. There it is, John Wall. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. Curry has it.
As a shooter, your hands, oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Rises for the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Rudy Gobert.
Madre mía, chaval. Y la
Shot the
mete.
buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final
Pro
score.
player.
This ball game is over.
So pro player.
T to Butler. To Wiggins. He shoots.
Hola.
Oh, off the mark. Durant with the basketball up top. The deficit now up to 5. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw, good. Converts on the three-point play, and the margin is down to 2. The Timberwolves have the basketball. T up against John Wall. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Teague with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Durant matched up with the former Wildcat.
No, fuck.
Runner here won't go down. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Kevin Durant. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Teague against the former #1 pick. Bledsoe with it up top. All even here in the 4th. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Minnesota with the basketball to Butler. To Teague. Rudy Gobert with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower. Because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Teague with it up top. His guy's down 3.
No, venga, hombre, tío. Oh, se defensa
The
las
defender
malas.
needs to do a better job of forcing the pickup there.
To Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. Wall gets it in the right corner. Eric Bledsoe. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Taj Gibson to Towns.
No, a whistle. Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Butler to Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Teague with the basketball. They're down 3. To Taj Gibson. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Venga, vámonos.
For
Oh,
3.
qué corto.
Not that time. Butler into the front court. Down 3. To Gibson.
¿Qué va ese?
Has a chance.
Y la meterá, ¿sabes? Venga, hombre, no te lo crees ni tú,
No
tío.
doubt about
Madre
where that
mía.
one was headed.
Madre mía, qué show.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Here's a whistle and an intentional foul. 2 free throws coming up with 25 seconds remaining.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Madre mía, sufriendo con estos mierdas.
Teague with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Eric Bledsoe.
Buenísima.
Snatching
No,
it out of the
tío,
air.
rebote, macho.
Can't connect
Muy
from
mal.
inside. Kevin Durant looking good. 4 for 5.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in and get more at the rim.
Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Madre mía, 3 puntos guarros. 3 puntos guarros, tío. Madre mía. No bonito eso. No bonito sufrir con todos estos tochos. No es bonito.
Conley against the five-time All-Star. To Kyle Anderson. To Conley.
Madre mía.
No good. It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Conley into the front court. Up by 3.
Ay, no.
Knocked away.
Ah, venga, tío, goaltending.
Yes, it was. Goaltending.
Venga, no te lo crees ni tú, tío.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Madre
And he'll
mía.
head to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Cojones, la falta es cómo se levanta.
John Wall, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. 2 for 2 on that trip. Across the timeline, it's Conley.
No.
Leads through.
Madre mía, tío. Madre mía, madre mía, madre
But 2
mía.
for 3 in the contest right now.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw, good. Converts on the three-point play. And the margin is down to
A ver si
2.
Conley se va todo el mundo. Pues nada.
It's Grizzlies ball. Conley to Kyle Anderson. Doesn't even see the defender.
Es que me
Buries the
estás
shot.
contando,
You've heard it
tío.
before. Slow and steady
Me
wins
estás
the race.
contando.
This approach might be working out after all.
Goes to the right side.
Madre mía. ¿Hasta dónde se tiene que
Kevin
ir?
Durant. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Conley into the front court. Lead is
Otra
2.
vez.
Eric
Vaya tapón.
Bledsoe swats in. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe.
Ahí
It's a
dónde vas.
turnover as they head the other way. Let's
Venga,
fly
va.
from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Grizzlies retain the possession. Knocked loose. Anderson. To Conley. Has a look. The shot by Conley, no good. To Wall.
¿Qué dices, tío? What the fuck? La bola era para Durant, macho. Guau,
Yes,
menos
and
mal.
a foul. He'll have a
Fuck.
chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Eric Bledsoe at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Conley into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. They work it down to Gasol. Gasol, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Over to the right side. And a throwdown.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Memphis with the run. Conley against the former #1 pick. And he'll go to the foul line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
John Wall has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far.
Clank,
First try
madre
from the
mía.
line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Across the timeline, it's Conley. The deficit now up to 5. Can't connect from inside. To Carter. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Conley into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Anderson knocked loose.
Hola.
And that's going to get out of
Fuck.
bounds. So it's going to stay with Memphis. Dylan Brooks.
En serio, digo, ves, que está pruebas chungas.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game. John Wall at the line for 2 shots, shooting 75% so far
No
tonight.
como la bola el hombre. Toma como si gana.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Oh yeah, I like that. Block up. Here it comes.
Sí, claro que sí, hombre, claro que sí. Sí, 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 mete la plan propio, no anda. Me debes un tutumelo. La validó. No es... Sufrirme demasiado, tío. Es que no tiene sentido. No tiene sentido sufrir tanto. Caracoles. ¿Y dónde vas? Bueno, que Que me voy para atrás. What the fuck. Tira para adelante.
Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Conley into the front court. The margin standing now at...
En serio, madre mía. Joder, Conley, saben le poner un tapón, tío. Pero what the fuck is this?
Matchup against Durant. Rudy Gobert. Huge block. Bledsoe with it up top. Looking to make something happen.
Madre mía.
Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Pistons have it. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. The drive right to the basket. Kevin Durant sends it away. Bledsoe with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Rudy Gobert. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
¿En serio no le robó el balón? Madre mía.
Driving right to the basket. A lot of contact. No whistle.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Jackson with it. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter.
Macho, tío.
Knocked loose.
Ahora.
That's
Madre
out.
mía.
Last touch by Mike Conley. So it stays with Detroit. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Griffin to Smith.
La bola.
Wide open look won't go. To Bledsoe. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Stanley Johnson. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Johnson to Drummond. Short jumper won't go down. Bledsoe with it up top. Leads 5. Conley to Bledsoe. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prop City.
To Griffin. Rudy Gobert with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Short jumper won't fall. Backdoor violation is called. Defense making the ball handler work. To Stanley Johnson. Cruises inside for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Rudy Gobert. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little
Y la
bit.
meterá, fíjate.
Finishing inside the paint on
Chaval.
that one.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Knocked loose.
Hombre.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Not that time.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Jackson with it. His guys down by 9. Bullock against KD. And they
Es muy pesado, tío. Me robo una triste bola, tronco. Me robo una triste bola, tío.
Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Big finish at the rim.
¿4.25? Me parece que 22. 22 jugador. Sí, porque 4.25 de repente. Me parece que he vendido algo. Sí. Te lo digo yo, a ver. Míralo. Pues no sé bien. Espérate, vamos a poner el volumen a la verdad, que tengo un volumen por ahí 87. No sé quién habrá vendido, pero vamos. El cansino de Simmons. Madre mía. El cansino histórico de Simmons, chaval.
Simmons to Covington.
Ahí la
That's
llevas
a
todo.
turnover. It goes the other way.
Ah,
For
la
three,
tropa.
knocks it down.
Rollo.
Defender has to get there next time.
And a defense's ability to recognize personnel and think thoroughly and precisely in real-time moments, that's everything for your transition D.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Kevin Durant has it from long range. And Kevin Durant, unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Mike Conley. So possession stays with Philadelphia.
Puesto las pilas. Las pilas chetas.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Conley into the front court. Leads one. Mike Conley. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Driving right to the basket.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. He drills the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Bledsoe. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Covington. They go down low to Simmons.
Second effort. Buenísimo.
To Bledsoe. Kevin Durant, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
To Embiid. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Carter. Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Sixers control it.
Passes in for two. Underutilized. 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 Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Tío, que no, ni se la rasco, ¿eh?
Reddick. To Covington.
Hombre, suelta la fucking bola. Es muy pesado.
4-3. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. To Carter. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards
the crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Kevin Durant. with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe with it up top.
No
His
llega.
guys hold the command lead and drains it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work
Sí,
draining
sí.
it from deep.
Sí, sí, pro players.
Eric Bledsoe
Buenísima,
with the
cabrón.
block.
Uf. Oh, qué
That misses
pena.
with 2 seconds to go.
No vale, no. No vale. Yo creo que sí, que he hecho triples. Sí, señora, sí. Sí. 6 de 7. Vámonos. Sí, señor, chaval. Un 5 de 5 completas, y para ti. No, sí, hardcore. Tiene más rebote el Vince Cartel. Bueno, tiene más rebote el Bledsoe que el Durant. Que tampoco tiene mucho sentido, pero bueno. Hay que creerles a estos, al parecer. Estos hay que quererlos.
Ball brings the rock up court.
Fuck.
Eric
Toma,
Bledsoe
con
pins
chorizo,
it.
vámonos.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Ball.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I don't think I could do that
Son
on the 5-foot rim.
verdaderamente.
I
Me
can,
gustan los
because
madres.
that's
Ahora
my
mía
only
está.
choice.
Te pasa como es el Don
With the
Cooper.
basketball.
Me
Leads
gustan los
3
trenes.
to James.
Nada, hombre. Bienvenido al canal.
Bledsoe with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from long
No,
range.
tío, macho.
The
Me
foul
vienen.
won't go
Ahora, hasta
either.
luego. Pues nada.
James in the front court. He'll run the offense. Kevin Durant swats it. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant.
Madre mía, el cheto.
Ball. Has a chance. Wide open look won't go.
This game is all about the small victories.
Ah, demasiada peña, tío.
Execution on that play was
Fuck.
on
Ah,
point.
le das un
You keep
dislike. Pues nada,
executing
hombre.
like that,
El fruto
the
es
shots
crack.
are going in eventually.
El buscatrenes. Ah, te vas a
LeBron
sentar con el
James.
turno.
Tough matchup against Durant. Rudy Gobert sends it away.
Madre mía. Cuánto retrasado,
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Alerta retardé. Alerta retardé.
Ingram against KD. To James. Rudy Gobert with a piece.
Yo había evitado falta, macho. Era lo que me faltaba ya. Alerta retardé.
Kevin Durant, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
LBJ.
I got him. Here we go. That's me. I got ball.
Ah, venga, tío, en serio.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Pacha retrasado.
Knocked loose.
Vamos.
James, defended by Kevin Durant.
Más uno. Ahí la lleva.
And a foul. He'll have a chance at a
Ahora para el
three-point
retrasado.
play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throws good. A three-point play puts them back up by a couple. LeBron matched up with Durant. Knocked loose.
Hombre,
It's a
una
turnover
bola.
as they head the other way.
You better get back on D.
Maestro
This
mía,
thing is
tío.
not over.
Hombre, menos
And
mal.
Mike Conley dancing
No,
with
no,
the
Conley.
defense. Hits the
No, no, pro
contested
player.
three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Rondo.
Venga, tío,
Yes,
este pase,
it
Rondo.
drops. Little drama on that
Lo que
one.
tengo que ver, chaval.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Eric Bledsoe. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Look at that,
Alerta
calm
retardé.
under pressure. You see a lot of guys
Alerta
rush
retardé.
those. Nice extra move there.
James to Caldwell Pope. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And the basket good at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Into the front court comes Rondo. The deficit now up to 5. Got it. Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Ball to Caldwell Pope. To James. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Beyond
Vámonos.
the arc for 3. It's
Tres.
good. Defense has to pick
Eso
things
es
up.
mi bien.
It's all about creating
Eso
space
es mi
with the
bien.
dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Across the timeline,
Toma,
it's Conley.
Juanito.
His team on top by 8. Mike Conley, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And there's the foul. Gonna play this one out, even though it seems all but over in a 9-point game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
2 for 2 on that trip.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh?
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Cruises
Te da
inside
perro
for
menos.
2.
There you
Merece no
go. I
chungo.
like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Ahora, toma.
Yes,
Y más
and the
uno.
foul, and a
Pati.
chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a
Puedo,
great
porque
sell
claro,
by the
porque
offensive
duraba
player.
muchito.
But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead
Ándale.
grows to 12. Oh, they got for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
Screen coming.
Toma. ¿Para qué te llevas? Para tu casa. Bueno, pues te retrasado ahí en la vida, sí. Tampoco. No necesitas irte a YouTube. Pero me ha hecho aquí. Joder. Ahora, no vamos a meter en el canal. A ver, mientras se mete. El retardo. Le gusta las carnes. Tampoco te rayes, porque como no sé, yo creo que me da dislike, no sé por qué. Yo me he metido con él de primeras. Me he saludado. Me parece muy bien que te gustan los trenes. A mí me gustan las chicas, tío. ¿Sabes? Montarse con un tren. Mucho que abarcar, ¿sabes? Es un mal rollo. Es un mal rollo. ¿A qué nos vende este? Ah, que sí. Ah, sí, no. Nos ha jugado alguien que sigue el muro, pues así va. Y lo pone como vídeo favorito, madre mía. Di que sí. Sí, se te ve mietas. Y si te gustan los trenes, ¿por qué tienes un coche de...? ¿Por qué tienes un coche, tío? No lo entiendo. ¿De idea? Nunca he entendido la peña, tío. Ni la entenderé. Tampoco tengo ganas. Vámonos. Madre mía, cuánto retardo. Cuánto retardé.
Into the front court comes Collison. Up 5. It's rebounded by Gobert. To Conley. Lets it fly from long range. Good contest on the 3. Conley misses.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Look.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Curling inside. Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the
Soy
score.
retardé porque el mundo me
Pacers with the
fascina.
possession. To Oladipo. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Collison into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Oladipo.
No llega. Fuck. Vale, buena doble.
Off the mark. To Carter.
Bum, bum.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a
hola.
dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Into the front court comes Collison. His team up by 1. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Collison into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo to Young. Kevin Durant.
Doble con chorizo. El rebote sí, eso ya para luego, ¿no?
Sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good.
Stuffs it down with authority.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Indiana with the basketball to Oladipo. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Bledsoe slams it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Evans to Collison.
No.
Has a look.
Voilà, vale.
Off the mark. Well contested. To Conley.
Wow, demasiado.
Tough shot. Well defended. Into the front court comes Collison. His guys down 3. Kevin Durant.
Oh, he
Le
just
da
blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Evans. To Turner. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
No te empanes, Durant. No te empanes.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. It's Indiana basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Conley. Good offense beating good defense.
This is a game of waves. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And there's the foul. Gonna play this one out, even though it seems all but over in a 9-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Collison into the front court. His guys down 11. Driving right to the basket.
Te la cabeza. Muy potente. Te viene otra vez. Toma otra. Es otra.
Rudy Gobert. Huge block. That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Kevin Durant.
He blocked out with authority.
Oh, que al final le mete.
Short jumper stays out.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Straight on 3 at the buzzer.
Hola, Go. ¿Qué pasa, crack? Mira, mira el que se ha presentado. ¿Has leído? Madre mía, macho. Se me presenta cada uno que no es normal. Madre mía. Yo le he dicho que a mí me gustan las chiquillas. Digo, porque los trenes no sé yo. Es que montárselo con un tren tienes que abarcar mucho, tío. Y no lo acabo de ver yo. Una relación con un tren. Yo prefiero las chiquillas. Ya lo que me encuentro yo por YouTube, macho. Vale. No sé dónde saco yo esta peña. Vale, vamos a hacer un mini break y ahora seguimos, que llevamos 10 partiditos. Voy a hacer otro café, que este ya me lo he pulido. Ahora vengo. Madre mía, qué pro player, tío. Bien. Ahora vengo. 3 minutos así. Madre mía, qué peligro tiene. Cera de expresa con el Go, que le gustan las cervezas. Ay, madre. No la líes mucho, Ya verás. Las cenas de empresa son en verano. Bueno, en verano, finalizando el verano en vez de... ¿No tenéis cena de empresa de Navidad o cómo es el lío? No la líes mucho, Nos conocemos, Luego me vendrá el domingo diciendo estoy reventado porque mira, porque me cuesta tope.
Hornets right now in possession. Batum against KD. To Walker.
Venga, hombre, tío, eres muy pesado. Pero lo metes, ¿sabes?
Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses. A shot no good on the drive-by Conley. Rudy Gobert.
50 personas, madre mía,
That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
Lamb, defended by Kevin Durant.
¿En serio? ¿Y me quita falta?
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being
Pero a ver,
called in a close game.
aclárame tu
Sometimes you
situación.
just gotta let them play,
¿Tú
right?
estás casado o no estás casado? ¿Tienes parien o no tienes parien? ¿Tienes libertad o no tienes libertad? ¿Cómo es el lío?
Jeremy Lamb. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free
Está
throw shooter.
casadísimo, pero no sé yo cómo está el rollo.
Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
Hey, lock up.
¿En serio?
Lane won't go.
Anda.
Walker with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. To Nick Batum.
Venga, tío.
Whistle. Hey, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
¿Sacas a Durán? Está loquísimo este. Está loquísimo.
Batum. Knocked loose.
Vámonos.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Venga, hombre, no tengo... ¡Ah, no me jodas,
Can't
tío!
connect. It's no good. Walker into the front court. Leads forward. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Nice finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected
No, sí,
there,
ya,
considering
claro,
the score.
en el gimnasio,
Across the
tío, pro
timeline,
player, el
it's
jefe,
Walker. Leads 1.
ese hombre es nacido para ligar.
Rudy Gobert pins it. Oh,
Venga, se
too
está
much
flipando mucho,
contact.
tío.
Free throws on the way.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Jeremy Lamb, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Conley to Bledsoe. 4-3. And Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the 3.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Parker. Lamb sizing up Draymond Green. Nothing going here on that drive.
Ahora vámonos.
As they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Knocks it down.
And Ed, the reason they made that shot, nobody, while they were backpedaling on defense, pointed out to where players were on the court. When there's a lack of communication and lack of direction, that leads to miscues on the defensive end.
En serio, el Jumbo.
Hand down, man down. You gotta get up and contest the shot.
No que no te flipas, chaval.
Goes to the right side.
Bueno.
Jumper's good.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Parker into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. The drive right to the...
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Parker driving right to the basket. Rudy Gobert with a piece.
You know, sometimes... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Carter. Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Charlotte with the basketball. Parker to Batum. Draymond Green.
¿Qué pasó? Toma,
Pati. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Tony Parker, tough matchup with Draymond Green. Gets a shot up off the mark.
Guau, me he sobrado muchísimo. Pobres. Oye, sí, ya me lo contaste. A ver si sale, tío. A ver si sale. Y si no, que te hago una contraoferta al jefe de ahora. Oye, mira, que me han ofrecido esto y tú verás. O me doblas el salario y me pones una chiquilla de secretaria, pero que esté cheta, nada de mierdas, o me piro. O hasta luego, Mari Carmen. Hasta luego, Mari Carmen, aquí te quedas.
Collison to Oladipo.
Yes,
Victor Oladipo. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Collison into the front court. Leads 5.
¿Lo
Last
toca?
touch by Eric Bledsoe,
fuck.
so it's going to stay with Indiana. Oladipo. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Thaddeus Young, tough matchup against Durant. Here's a chance from long range, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
And there's no longer room on this court for players that cannot think on the fly. Especially in transition defense, you have to acknowledge and analyze the situation. If a guy isn't a shooter, almost jab at him and make sure you run out to the guys that are fanning out to the three-point shot. Stop that three-point shot and allow the defense to get back and maybe contest the shot at the rim for a layup.
Mike Conley, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Conley in the front court. Leads a bucket. Runner's good there.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the line.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Mike Conley. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
When the ball's in his hands...
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Up by 6. A big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Indiana with the basketball to Oladipo. Knocked loose.
¿En serio?
Turner.
No te creo.
Oladipo. Short jumper stays out. Conley into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. And a nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Into the front court comes Collison. Looking to make something happen. To Oladipo. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe with it up top. His team leads it by 10. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Rudy Gobert swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Driving right to the basket. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Kevin Durant. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Collison in the front court, trailing by 15. With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line.
Vámonos, chetos. Vámonos, chetos. ¿Dónde va ese? What the fuck? Porta que le pongan una chapa, me han dicho. Vámonos. Sí, ese. Yo creo que ha sido el de los trenes. Sí, porque ha dicho eso y enseguida ha venido el dislike. El de los trenes, chetos. A ver, uno que dice que le gustan los trenes, muy bien no está. Pero bueno. lo que tiene intentar querer a todo el mundo. Pero al final se te cuela el peña compuesta. Madre mía. Qué chetos. Pero mira cómo soy, que al final vuelven, ¿eh? Mira el Goku el otro día, tío. Lo del Goku el otro día fue flipante. Y qué torpe es, tío, qué torpe. Qué torpe, qué torpe. Y ya llevaba varios días preparándolo, ¿eh? Porque esa cuenta ya llevaba 4 o 5 días rondando. Dice, ¿quiero jugar? Pues nada, a jugar. Y se pone a hablar con el acento catalufo. Además, es que la voz del retrasado ya me la sé, o sea que... 2 frases, ya me mosqué cuando hablo. Yo cuando primero le pregunté, ¿cómo te llamas? Dice, no, es Jaime. Digo, vale, venga, está bien. ¿De dónde eres? Dice, de Madrid. Digo, sí, de Madrid. Anda, que sí, Goku, que sí. Y el tío, ay, me han pillado. Tenía que haberme callado. Y digo, podía haber intentado mantener la historia, pero que va. ¿Qué va a mantener? ¿Qué va a mantener? ¿Qué va a mantener? Menudo pro player. Menudo pro player. Y si hubiera callado y no hubiera dicho nada, hubiera jugado. Lo que pasa es que, claro, a él jugar le da igual. Él lo que quiere es liarla. ¿Sabes? Y si no puede escribir y no puede hablar, pues tiene poco para liarla. Pero aún así, siempre vuelve, tío. Es increíble. Es increíble. Mira que le hemos echado y le hemos borrado cuentas y le hemos dicho de todo y vuelve otra vez. Madre mía. No puedo con la vida, tío. Y fue lo que le dije. Digo, pues dime que eres de Lérida o que eres de Gerona.
Irving. And takes it
Bueno,
away.
no me digas que eres
Tonight,
de...
it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Pues no me digas que eres de Madrid, tío, con ese acentaco.
Eric Bledsoe. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush
Tenía que haberme
those.
callado, digo,
Nice
pues un
extra
poco así.
move there.
To Irving. Hayward. Rudy Gobert able to recover with the block. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys down 3. Off the iron. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
De Madrid, tío. Madre mía, digo, sí.
Irving into the front
Y
court.
yo soy de Chipre.
They'll run the offense.
Yo soy de Chipre, ¿sabes?
To Jaylen Brown. Knocked loose. Couldn't
Yes.
keep it in. Out of bounds
No es
off
suyo.
Jaylen
Vale,
Brown.
vale. Pues yo soy un youtuber chipriota que llevo aquí unos años. Soy taja de pro player.
Mike Conley. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
The defender needs to do a
No sé por
better
qué no me
job
olvidan,
of
tío.
forcing a
Es que hay
pickup
algunos que
play.
me tienen un cariño.
Brown with it up top. His guys now down by a point. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Bledsoe with it up top. Looking to make something happen.
Pues no, vale,
And a
rebote.
putback
Vale, Brett.
slam.
Cuídate, go.
That's nasty right there.
Tengas buen día, tío.
Irving brings the ball up court
Uy.
to Horford.
A la netita la falta.
And
Te
he'll
da
go
pro
to the
player,
foul
notas.
line.
Pues,
Yes,
pues,
I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
And he connects on the first free throw. The second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Across the timeline, it's Conley. 2-point advantage. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Rudy Gobert tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7.
Pero yo nací mega pro player.
Screen coming to Horford. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw is good. It's a 3-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Celtics have it.
Oh, yeah, me and you.
Irving to Jaylen Brown. Tatum shot misses. To Conley.
Guau, vaya
Three.
triple, chaval.
And Mike Conley at his size gets it away quickly and knocks it down from beyond the arc.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Y otro.
Conley.
Pati.
And it's good.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, and that was nice.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys
Nací
down
pro
big.
player. Trata
It's a
chaval.
turnover as they head the other way.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it
Oh,
out.
muy corto.
Durant,
Oh,
offensive
vámonos.
rebound,
Seguro mover. Ay, no,
finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it
La
simple
vuelves a
is the
coger.
best way.
¿Qué pasa, Feltis? Vais sin ganas,
Kyrie
¿o cómo es
across the
esto?
timeline. Down a bundle. Hayward to Irving.
No me enseñes la bola,
Knocked loose. Couldn't
Suya,
keep it in.
suya,
It's
suya,
out off
suya,
Aaron
sí, señor.
Baines.
Ya está fortísimo.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Mike Conley looking good. 4 for 5.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And the finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Jason Tatum
¿En serio?
rejects it.
Oh, está
That
fortísimo.
kid can block out the
Está solo.
sun, Ed.
Vamos, Durant.
Durant
La venganza.
buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Ah, fuck.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you
What the
get a little
fuck?
careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Me ha pegado una pequeña paliza, me han
And
dicho,
he's
¿no?
able to hit the second
Montado,
after
¿no?
missing that first one.
Perfecto, montado. Ah, sobre otros. Me han comentado que les hemos metido un poco. Han comentado. Ay, madre. Nací propicios, pero el mundo me convirtió en retardada. Y así soy yo. Ay, lol. Ay, lolaco. Del mega malo.
That's me. I got ball.
Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Griffin driving, but his shot won't go down. To Bledsoe. From long range. Eric Bledsoe, guy who can make plays. They dare him to take it, and he knocks it down.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Hey, watch the screen left.
The screen sets him up for two.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
To Conley. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jackson with it. Leads just a point. To Griffin. Rudy Gobert sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Durant. And the rebound taken down by Griffin. Jackson.
Big pick right there.
To Drummond. Eric Bledsoe rejects it. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Coaches going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Ish Smith to Drummond.
That's enough. That's enough.
The big foul. Andre Drummond. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw, good. Finishes off the three-point play. And we're tied up here in the fourth quarter. The possession in favor of Detroit. Johnson.
Vamos. No, tío, en serio. What the fuck? Me quedo solo.
Uses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond.
Ooh, that's clutch. Good patience waiting for the defender to flinch.
Kevin Durant. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The monster stuff.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Hey, match up.
Ish Smith. The drive.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Griffin. To Stanley Johnson.
Oh, fuck. El rebote, Dios. ¿Cuál se tapó la puesto? Tenemos que coger el rebote. Los Madre mía, me cuesta coger un poco el rebote.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Bledsoe slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Necesito pro players.
To Smith.
I got ball.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Vámonos.
You better get back
No,
on D.
tío,
This
en
thing is
serio,
not
no te
over.
creo. No te creo.
A try down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Offensive board to Durant. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Yes, give the advantage to the shooter. This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Kevin Durant looking good. 4 for 5.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, emphatic slam.
Súper flipante delante del pecho, un respeto. Respeto.
Deep three.
Y ahora sí lo metí. Claro, porque el super player. ¿Cómo te estás? Pero bueno.
This game is all over.
Porque yo nací pro player. Al haber nacido pro player, pues se lo tiene. A ver, espérate. ¿Dónde estás tú? Aquí. Digo, porque claro, porque nací pro player y sin hardcore y tengo un traje de kills y claro. Sí. Claro que soy guapi. Claro que soy guapi. En serio, durante así va por la chunga, tío.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Anthony
Venga,
Davis
tío.
sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Hayden.
Cuidado, tíos. Andemos un poco.
Runner here won't go. To Carter. Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk.
And easy two. Get back on defense.
New Orleans will take it up. Hayden to Holiday. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guy's down 3. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
A ver, ¿a ti qué te pasa?
Not loose.
Te estás
And
flipando
that's going to
mucho.
get out of bounds, so it'll stay with New Orleans.
¿Es un matafarquet? No, eres completa.
Holiday. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Conley into the front court.
Toma, Buddy.
Leads a bucket. Mike Conley. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time.
Ay, creo que te has dejado
Knocked
esto.
loose. Mirotic. Tough matchup against
Toma,
Durant.
siento triple.
From long range. And Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a
Uy,
heat
te has
check.
dejado esto.
Knocked loose. Lets it fly
Buah,
from
me he
long
rayado.
range,
Toma,
and he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Hayden into the front court. His guys down 11. To Davis, down low.
Sí, venga, no, vete. A
He'll
ver,
go. Conley into the front court. He'll run the
otro.
offense.
No llega, no llega.
Beyond the arc for three.
Cuidado, está Durant, chaval.
Kevin Durant, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Knocked loose.
Sí.
And
La
they
bola.
retain the possession. To Bledsoe.
Vaya
Fires the
triple,
three.
tío. Toma,
Bledsoe,
bazooka,
guy who can
chaval.
make plays. They dare him to take it, and he knocks it down.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes.
te has dejado
Force him to
esto,
take
tú.
a crazy shot at the rim.
Bledsoe
Otro,
with it up
otro.
top. His guys holding the big lead. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And transition defense against the new norm of three-point shooting in the NBA has changed. You have to get out, stop the ball, and then quickly fan out to three-point shooters. And whoever's on the weak side needs to clog up the paint. That's the new way to guard the three-point shot.
Madre mía.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Nací guata parterón, nací guata parterón.
Bledsoe to Durant.
Oh, boy.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to
Ah,
even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And Mike Conley, at his size, gets it away quickly and knocks it down from beyond the arc.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch.
Right.
But
Te has dejado
great
esto, tío.
awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind
Se
the
mete.
three-point.
Oh,
Conley can't connect. It's no good.
malísima. A ver, ¿dónde va este? Se va a flipar, se va a flipar, se va a flipar, se flipa.
Off the assist.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
Uf. ¿Ha valido? No ha valido, tío. Fuck. 33 2 de partida. What the fuck, chaval. Madre mía, qué pasa. 7 de 9 en triples. Sí, señor. Ese es el hombre cheto. Soy el hombre cheto. Soy el hombre cheto, soy el hombre cheto. Nací guatafarquero. Pues de rular el equipo, ¿eh? No cojo el puntillo a juego control de 4. Al yo haber nacido guatafarquero.
To Jackson. Trevor Ariza matched up with Durant.
Uy, se me va. Fuck. Y la mete,
Look out, Devin Booker. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Haber nacido yo
Phoenix with
guatafarquero.
it. To Booker.
Acceder una bola. A ver.
Knocked loose.
Buenísima.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Oh.
Durant.
Oh,
Tough shot. He hits.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Knight into the front court. The lead is 2. To Booker. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Booker defended
what
by
the fuck?
Kevin Durant. And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los guatafarqueros al poder. Cuidado, cuidado. Madre mía, me la han comido con patatas.
Kevin Durant rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Oh, qué triplaco, chaval. Toma.
Parries it on the catch and shoot.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Suns control the possession.
No. Ah, qué pesado eres, tío. Buenísima, vámonos.
Conley.
LOL, LOL, no.
Not that time. He missed it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bledsoe slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Knight into the front court. His guys down 3.
Que te has dejado esa mierda.
Tough matchup against Durant.
Toma,
Beyond the arc for 3. Kevin Durant. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice.
No, este solo, tío, no llega. Lo
From the
falla.
painted area,
Venga,
won't
vaya,
go
todo.
down. To Carter.
Toma, Mati, mira.
Look out. Vince Carter. Slam dunk. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Knight into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit.
No, venga, hombre, no cachines.
Booker.
Uf.
Off the assist. Now their head coach signals for a
Tiempo,
timeout.
¿en serio?
He'll get his guys together and talk things over. Time to shuffle things up.
¿En serio que son mierdas? Vas a pedir tipo muerto. What the fuck?
Conley to Bledsoe.
Toma.
Eric Bledsoe, you know it, quality over quantity. 2 for 2, that gets the job done.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brandon Knight against KD.
Oh, qué pesado.
To Jackson.
Trae.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Here comes the screen.
No. ¿Dónde vas?
Eric Bledsoe snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Add 2 points to the board.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Phoenix has the ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Conley in the front court. His team on top by 13. Kevin Durant. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Booker. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Bueno, me he rayado. Cuídate.
He engulfed him that time.
I got him. Here we go. I got ball. It's all me.
Casi te la comes,
That misses with a second to go.
Pues creo que vamos a dejar por aquí. 3, ¿qué le pasa a este? No, he vendido alcohol, chaval. What the fuck. He venido para Costa Rica, no me han dicho. What the... 29.000. ¿Dónde tengo el alcohol ahí, su pecheto? Vamos a mirar sobre. De defensa, madre mía, John Wall. Bueno, defendía su pimiento, Es un poquito hardcore. Pues nada, lo he hecho. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí y nos vemos en otro vídeo o directo del canal. Un saludo, todo esto.